How many of you mothers have had an experience of giving birth to your baby boy or baby girl and not really actually enjoyed the experience? You felt that the experience was taken from you from the doctors. You felt that you didn't have control. My best friend had a little boy 3 years ago named Marley Alexander, and I was very, very excited to be asked to be part of her birthing team. Her and I studied every single study, every single book, every single class. I mean, anything and everything that we could to do to prepare ourselves, her and I did. But I'm going to tell you now, I was still terrified. I was kind of the acting father in this situation, so I had a lot holding on my shoulder. So as the partner, her and I discussed the ways that we could ease her and my mind. This is where we studied and we found out about doulas. Doulas have been around for thousands of years. It's a woman helping a woman, or nowadays a man helping a woman during childbirth to allow that woman to feel confident and able to have the childbirthing experience that she chooses to have and her partner chooses to have. So, during childbirth, we all know there can be complications. We all know that we are pushed and pushed and pushed to use drugs and to do things that probably we don't need. And with a doula and with the correct birthing team, you are able to kind of step back away from those and learn what you should and shouldn't do. So nowadays, doctors firmly believe that you should have your child in 12 hours. If not, they want to start using a chemical called oxytocin. Oxytocin is put into the bloodstream, which is to help you have contractions. The thing about this is that your body knows when you're supposed to start having contraction. Your body works with the baby as a partner to be able to successfully have a child naturally. Yes, I understand there are ways and there are needs that have emergencies that you do need to use these chemicals, but the rise of oxytocins and epidurals and cesarean sections is very scary. In 2005, the American Pregnancy Association stated that our rate for cesarean section, which is a C-section, is up 29.1%. 29.1%. That is 1 out of every 4 women having a C-section. This is insane. C-sections are a major surgery. C-sections, they go in, they cut the bottom of your stomach open, they move out your muscles, and they go in and physically take out the baby. May not seem like a lot, right? But here's the thing. You're moving a lot of things around. You're missing out on the baby having the ability to have that natural birth, which releases the chemical that allows the mother and the baby to bond. I have nothing against women who have had C-sections. I understand it. I'm just speaking about how a doula can help, okay? So, a doula can help with not only helping with C-sections, it's actually been known that with the help of a doula, that C-sections are dropped by 50%. Another chemical that is used during childbirth is a epidural. An epidural is a needle that is put into the lower back in your spinal cord. This is to cause all of your nerves to numb from the waist down. The thing about using this chemical in itself is that usually it makes it a little bit more difficult to push. So then you get the epidural, then you get the oxytocin. Then the oxytocin becomes too intense, so then they might get you a second epidural. The thing about epidurals is that they not only cause you to lose the numbness or to lose the feeling from your legs down, it can also cause a sudden drop in blood pressure, blacking outness. You can get headaches, and you can have severe nerve damage that is unreversible. Also, epidurals can actually release into the body of the baby, causing the baby to have problems latching on, can have respiratory depression, it can have a lot of effects for the child and the mother, And there's already so many things in this world that is causing health issues that I would hope that a mother would want to bring the child into this world as naturally and as calm as they possibly could. So there are these major, major issues and concerns that happen with childbirth. Now, a doula is there to support you. They're there to physically, mentally, and give you information on how to have a birth that you wish to have, and then the safest birth that you can have. Doulas will support epidurals. Doulas will support not having an epidural. That is where you need to find the correct um, doula that you feel fits for your family. So doulas, they practice many different things. There are many different kinds of doulas that practice in different aspects. So you've got the major, most common, which is the labor doula. This doula is with a mother and the partner before the birth, during the birth, and then after the birth, they're with them maybe once or twice. They are there to help with relaxation techniques, massaging, information, being the advocate when the doctor's trying to change the way the birth is supposed to go. They're there just as a support group to ease the stress from the family. There are postpartum doulas. Postpartum doulas work with the family after the birth. They help the mother transition into the new duties of being a mother and the stress, cleaning around the house, cooking around the house, learning with breastfeeding, anything that needs to be done afterwards that a mother may be having difficulties with. This is where the postpartum doula comes into play. There are other doulas available for unfortunate events, such as bereavement doulas. This doula is there to help a mother and a father go through a stressful time if they've had a miscarriage or a child has died at birth. They are able to kind of help the parents get their lives back to understanding and being more okay with the situation, I guess. As difficult as that is, they're more just that shoulder. They're that shoulder there to allow the parents to know they're not alone. When you're going through a loss, the biggest thing you need to know is you're not alone. So that's where the bereavement doula would come into play. There are also doulas that help with breastfeeding. Breastfeeding can be very difficult for some women. Some babies, they latch right on, no problem, there you go, happy as could be. Some babies, not so much. So you've got a lactation consultant that can help with that. So then those are just a few things that our doulas are able to do for us. The way you would want to go about finding a doula is you and your partner would need to figure out, do I want to have a childbirth in the hospital? Do I want to have a home birth? Do I want a lot of people involved? Do I not want a lot of people involved? What are your stipulations for having the birth that you want to have? Then when you start searching the internet, going on the Donna International, asking your insurance company, finding the options that you have in your area, you need to be speaking to those doulas, asking, do they have a good reputation? Do they understand the concept of what the mother and the father or the partner are wanting? Do they listen? Do they have an extra doula in case they're in another birth? They're able to send over if you go into birth early. These are questions that need to be asked. These are things that you need to be confident and comfortable with. A doula is part of the family during the childbirth. They're there in the most prominent time of a woman being as open as she can be to anybody. A doula helps with so many ways. They're physically able to help a mother feel confident, in control, that she has empowerment. Childbirthing is all about empowerment. They're there to help with information. There are so many different information outlets out there now that a doula has been through it. They've seen it. They've worked with other parents. They know what's going on. They know what's new. They're great, great, great people to be able to bounce ideas off of and understand, okay, this is what I should do or this is what I should not do. Having a birthing doula has been known to lower cesarean rate by 50%, as I said. It's known to lower the labor intensity and the time of labor by 25%. It's known to have a doula on your team that oxytocin is lessly used by 40%, and an epidural is used by 60% less by having a doula. These statistics show that having another woman or another man on the team really does help a woman feel more confident and less stressed. She's able to enjoy that birth. She's able to feel Like, this is what I wanted. This is how it's supposed to be. This is my child. This is my experience. I highly suggest if you choose to have a baby, to look outside the realm. I know people think, oh, doulas, they're not going to do anything, or that's so alternative, blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you now, look into it. Try it. I've seen it firsthand. I know how much they help. I see how much they empowered my girlfriend. Look into it. Athens County has a ton of good doulas. They have doulas that are very, very cheap. They have doulas that will help you for free. They're getting their own education and they need to give in to do births. So please look into it. Try it. Look up some YouTube videos. See the effects that a doula has. They are amazing, amazing individuals. And I think that if you choose to have a doula on your birthing team, you're going to walk away from your birth the happiest you could be. And your baby's going to come into this world calm, peaceful, and just remember that birth is your experience.